How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the preseason interview of the Elite Battle League Season 5. And we are joined with Metamaxis, who is the coach of the New York Metangs. First and foremost, my friend, how are you doing today?
Doing very well.
Good, good. Happy to hear it. Now, to any of the people who may have found you through the EBL, why don't you go ahead and give us a little bit of an intro, tell us who you are, what you do, and all that good stuff.
I do a lot of Pokemon stuff, shiny hunting, but my main passion is competitive, particularly doubles.
Okay. Okay. Good, good. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into the interview here. What is going through your head as we continue to get closer to the season? The kickoff of the season is going to be February 25th. So, what's going through your head as we get closer and closer to the start of the season?
Singles not being my specialty, and I'm not used to running without items.
Okay. Okay. Now, what made you want to join the Elite Battle League?
It was mostly like I know Landon, I know Foos, they both did it, and I know a couple of the other creators. They all do the Elite Battle League, and I enjoy battling.
Okay.
And like I get to battle against people that I know. It could be fun.
Did finalizing your team's name and logo make you more excited to participate in this season?
Amusingly, I actually already had that logo made.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Even before this, I competed in other things where I use that.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Now, how are you feeling heading into your first season as a coach in the EBL?
A little bit of anxiety.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. And how are your preparations going so far with your team?
It's going pretty well. Most of what I'm planning to use, I pretty much already have. Most of what I drafted, I already have extensive usages of it, so that preparation wouldn't take too long.
Okay.
And I have thousands of BP stored up from just previous events that I didn't really need to worry about going and grinding.
Very good. Let's backtrack a little bit there. You mentioned that you had a little bit of anxiety. What, if you don't mind me asking, what's causing that?
I play doubles and
Okay.
I play VGC and I
Okay.
play with items and battling singles with no items is so completely far removed from my comfort zone.
Okay. Let me go ahead and pull something up here on my end. Oh, there you are. All right. So now looking at the team that you drafted Cartana, you drafted Gastrodon, Dialga, Togekiss, Gigalith, Ferrothorn, Machamp, Hatterene, and Rotom Heat. So looking at your team, how do you think your draft went?
I think it went very well.
Okay. Okay. Um, did you have a plan heading into the draft, or anything like that?
I had a few picks. I was like, these are what I want to get immediately, and I'll figure out the rest of the stuff as I go on. Those are the first three: Gastrodon, Cartana, and Dialga.
Gotcha, gotcha. And those are very, very solid picks as well. Um, Now, was your plan derailed by any of the other coaches possibly sniping any of your picks?
Not really. Tactical denials are not something that I tend to think of immediately.
Okay, okay, I like that. Um, and how are you feeling about the team that you were able to draft?
I'm feeling a bit confident. The only problems I notice is that fighting types would kind of have a field day with me, which is part of why I wanted to get them a champ. Was I do not want someone spamming dynamic punch on me.
Gotcha, gotcha. Now, are there any Pokemon on your team that you feel might get the MVP throughout the season, or maybe just a Pokemon that you feel the other coaches may need to keep an eye out for? You don't have to go into any detail if you think that it's going to, divulge any battle plans or any battle strategies. But do you think there's a Pokemon on your team that might get
Yeah,
MVP throughout the season?
I can certainly think of potentially two.
Okay. Okay. Do you feel comfortable letting the world know who they are, or you want to keep that a secret?
Um, I'm a lot of my viewers will probably know what these two are, but I'm gonna go in a bit cryptic. But like these are two Pokemon that I have extensive experience with,
Okay.
and I have said historically these things grab skulls for me.
Hmm.
Whenever I need something to just attack, I go for these two things.
I have a feeling I know who it is.
Yeah, after you can just DM me and I can say that either right or wrong because I'm kind of curious if you get what they are.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and DM you one, and let's see if I got it right.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, I figured. Let me see if I can get the second one.
Close, but actually not correct on the second one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely take a gander a little bit later on. But I'm definitely glad to hear that we got the first one out of the way. I had a feeling that it was that
Yeah.
first one. I had a
Yeah,
feeling that
it,
it
it
was that first one.
was. Yeah.
Now, do you feel that there is any underrated Pokemon on your team?
Not really.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm. All right. Now, how confident are you in your ability to fully utilize your team to its max potential?
I would say not fully confident. I'd say maybe like 85% confident.
That's still pretty high, though.
Yeah.
That's still pretty high. I can't wait to see, based on everything that how how you're responding so far. I think your season is going to be proved to be interesting, and I can't wait to see how everything goes. Um, how do you think your team will be able to stack up against the rest of the league?
That's the one thing of the worry is I'm more double, so I need to get out of that doubles mindset. I think for some of them, I think it'll definitely fare better against some than others. But there is one person I know in particular I'm probably gonna have a hard time with.
Mm. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you an off-book question. I hope that's
All right.
okay.
That's fine.
You're mentioning you're mentioning that you're used to doubles. You know, you're used to items and everything. So I got to ask you: Do you feel like you're gonna knowing yourself and everything that you're gonna you're gonna get a grasp on everything, how the EBO works, um, quickly? Do you think it's gonna take you some time? Or anything like that, or do you think or do you probably think that you think you might have some issues, but in the end you probably won't?
I I think it's a bit of the in between of like I think I might have some issues, but it may not be as big of an issue as I think about it. Because I do have some experiences with singles, just not as
Okay,
extensive as I have experience with doubles.
gotcha. Alrighty. So now moving back to the league, you are in the Kanto division alongside the Fort Sill Warriors, Texas Tyrannitars, and the Snowdonian Frostmoths. Now, um, what were your thoughts when you saw who you were with in your division?
Little bit of worry
Okay, why is that?
because I'm not overly familiar with them, and one thing that I've noticed as I've played Pokemon with a lot of my friends is generally just based on like personality traits of them, you can generally see a little bit of reflection in their play style.
Interesting thought. Interesting thought. We're gonna have to get more into that off screen. I like that. I like that though because you know what's funny is that I have the same idea, or the same concept of a thought. So very, very, very interesting, comment there. Now, have you had a chance to take a look at your schedule by chance?
Um, I looked at it once. I can't remember all the ins and outs.
Okay, no problem. So we can go ahead and go over your schedule really quick here, just to breeze over it. And for week one, we have you facing Texas. Week two, you are facing Snowdonian. Week three, you will be facing DC. Week four, you are facing Walton, and week 5 you're facing Fort Sill. Now, basically, going based off of the teams, and of course you can definitely check this out as we're speaking, and everything. But once for the first time that you saw your schedule, did it make you a little bit more excited for the season to start?
Yeah. You get right into the battling.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
You had to get right into the battling.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I guess you were excited to start the battling. Alrighty. Now, in terms of difficulty, how would you say that you would rate? How would you rate your schedule out of 10?
Uh, I mean, I'm not really sure like how to like rate the difficulty because I've never actually really done this before.
Okay, and I think that might be a little bit of a difficult question to answer because I believe you mentioned that there were some people that you did know, and some people that you didn't know.
Yeah.
Um, so I understand that a lot of people who you don't know, um, would be considered wild cards. So here's an alternate question then: for the people that you don't know, do you consider that to be a threat to your team?
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
A lot more preparations need to go into that because I like to like study every facet of like okay what options do they have like okay can these things get to prepare.
okay. All right. Now, is there anyone that's not on your schedule that you would like to face?
Landon.
Okay. And this is obviously without the
Yeah, there's that
handicap.
like free restrictions.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. That's interesting. I like that. Now, looking at the league, you can go ahead and take a look at the teams as well. But looking at the league, which teams are looking the most dangerous, not including your own?
All right, let's go. I'm mega conference. Canada division. Yes, Snowdonian Frostmoth because I know what Heatran can do.
Mm-hmm.
I know very well what Heatran can do.
Okay. So, so the Snowdonian Frostmoths, you would say that they're the most dangerous.
I'd say at present, yeah, I consider them probably the biggest threat.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I like that. Um, now, on the flip side, are there any teams that you feel might be underestimated but could perform beyond your expectations?
I think to an extent, Fort Sill.
Okay. Interesting. Out of curiosity, what would that be?
I guess it's like more like composition wise. A lot of the stuff doesn't like stick out to me as things.
All right. All right. Now, how do you think you'll perform this season?
Uh Probably minimum 3 wins, 2 losses. Think that performance.
Okay. I think that's still a pretty good record. It's still a winning record.
Yeah, positive record as good.
Yeah. Now, are there any specific goals that you might have for this season, whether they be short term or long term?
I mean, really, only goals are to battle more and to improve.
Okay. And now, the final question to top everything off here: why are you going to be the champion of the EBL at the end of the season?
Oh, there's a very egotistical response I can give, and I
Go
know it will
ahead.
come off egotistical even if I'm not trying to be that way.
Do go ahead, dude.
I am very analytical when it comes to battles. would say I probably have the most professional experience with battling, as I've been battling for probably over 3 years at this point, but most of that has been contained to doubles.
Okay, okay, healthy answer, and something that I personally, um, hold in high regard over anything. If there's going to be anything is battle experience, and you can't beat battle experience. So
Yeah.
that's a very good reason. I like it. Now, with the interview out of the way, is there anything that you'd like to take the time to go ahead and plug? Any socials, any upcoming projects, or any ongoing projects, rather, or any merch that you might have?
I actually don't have any ongoing merchandise. I don't have any merch.
Okay.
But not really any projects I'm working on right now. I mean, the Scarlet Violet review, don't know when that's going to go out, but that's like sort of a project I'm working on right now. Uh, Still finishing up the Let's Go Master Trainer battles, doing
Okay.
all those.
Alrighty. Now, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody. This has been the preseason interview with the coach of the New York Metangs. We have Metamaxis as the coach. Be sure to show some love his way alongside all of the other coaches in the Elite Battle League. Now, one last thing for you, my friend. Are there any final words that you have for your fans out there?
Let's rock and roll, everyone.
I love that. I love that. Alrighty, everyone. Now, with that being said, I wish you the best of luck with this season, and we'll be seeing all of you real soon for the kickoff of the Elite Battle League Season 5, February 25th. That is February 25. Be there, and until then, guys, later.
See you guys next time.